Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on the Cycling Dane Extra channel, and today we're taking a bit of a break from the Giro d'Italia and looking at the Dunkerque Classic, which is a beautiful race in northern France. And the reason we're looking at this is because channel favorite and friend of the channel Biniam Girmay is trying to end his drought of 2025. Obviously Biniam Girmay is a very talented rider, as we know, and after that incredible year last year where he managed to take 3 stage wins and the points classification in the Tour de France, he certainly has a big reputation to kind of fulfill in 2025. This year hasn't been great by his standards. Early on in Mallorca, he got 2 top 10s. In the Figueroa Classic, he was 6th. And in the Classics campaign, his best result was a 7th place in Ghent-Wevelgem. And that's why we're going to look at the first one-day race of the Dunkerque Classic. And we are going to focus on the sprint itself for this race. So in the sprint, we can see in the last 2 kilometers at the front of the race, it's very Israel Primatech dominated, and they lead the field into 1.5 kilometers to go as well. You can see there's no Intermarché up towards the front here. Israel Primatech really just hammering it home, doing everything they can to keep their men in the front here. They have Jake Stewart and Pascal Ackermann as well. And from this shot here, we can see Biniam Girmay in the middle, and he's completely isolated, none of his teammates around him, and this leaves him quite exposed at this moment. Israel Primatech really driving it here. You can see Uno X there as well, but there are some Intermarché riders in there, but not around Bini. Uno X look very interested in this, and Israel Primatech still have a firm grasp around the control of the race as we come into the really important stage of the race as well. They are really tackling these corners really well, but Biniam Girmay still in there. We can see they're really just opening it up here. A really great lead out by Israel Primatech, and we don't have Bini where he probably should be here. Our armchair ride for them as we're coming into the last few corners, and here we can see Biniam Girmay. As we come into the last 500 meters, we can see here Biniam Girmay is a bit isolated from his teammates, who will find out later why they're not here. And there's quite a few riders around Israel Primatech there, and he is very much outnumbered at this point here. We can see as we come a bit closer, he's still holding his own. He is able to kind of ride on the other rider's wheels, just surf the wheels a bit. And into the last few hundred meters, we can see Biniam is choosing the left-hand side of the road. He can see Israel Primatech are opening up there. But their danger man is, of course, Pascal Ackermann, and he's the one that he really wants to look out for. But Bini, with no lead-out man, just gets himself into some clean air. So he has open road, he isn't boxed in, but we can see on the left-hand side that Cofidis and Tour de Pro Cycling have opened it up. Bini really starts to turn on the afterburners here, and here we can see Bini just making sure that he's on the same level as some of these riders, no one in front of him either. And yeah, Pascal Ackermann just gets it on the line just in front of Biniam Girmay, and much to the dismay of the Eritrean, so close to the victory, but just getting denied it by the German who just took it there. So, I mean, what went wrong there? He could definitely have used a lead-out man. We could see that the left-hand side of the road really was being dominated by Cofidis, and Pascal Ackermann had the perfect lead-out from Coca, and then he absolutely just pounces on the opportunity when the door opened, and Bini is on the wrong side of the road and can't really do anything about it, and just has to do his own race, and does a really good job to claim a 2nd place, and was very close to taking the win as well, and rightly so should be got about this. This is a very close finish between himself and Pascal Ackermann. So, I mean, Biniam Girmay, he'll take a lot of confidence from this. And it was a shame that he wasn't really supported by any of his lead-out men in this moment. He had a very strong team of lead-out race that included the likes of Ugo Uhl and Andrea Petit. But for whatever reason, because they were actually controlling the race for quite a long time to set it up for a sprint, weren't able to be there when it really mattered for Biniam Girmay here in the finale. And you can see even in this picture here, we can't see any other Intermarché riders other than Biniam Girmay. The top 10 did have Jake Stewart, but he got relegated for, I think, irregular movement. We have Denise behind Biniam Girmay, Anna Demar beating him, Brian Kokar, Kes Bol, Tobias Lohendreisen, friend of the channel, Genier from Total Energies, Matthew Walls, and Abrasturi. So he did beat a handful of really good sprinters. The positioning was just a bit of a problem here, and if he had maybe one or two lead out men, or if he had picked the right wheel at the crucial moment, stayed on Pascal Ackermann's wheel, and we can see here Pascal Ackermann is dead on the wheel of Brian Kokar here, and unfortunately Binny is not there, and that was a crucial point of the race where Binny potentially lost the race. Those few centimeters, if he had been on the wheel of Pascal Ackermann, potentially he would have taken the win, because it was so close. Binny had all that distance to make up. He had to make his way through the other side. You can see Jake Stewart darts over to that side, and Binny, no one in front of him here, but Pascal Ackermann doesn't open up before a bit later, and that is just where Binny might have lost it. So very, very close for Binny to take his first win in 2025. But we might as well hear from the man himself and what he thought of the race itself.
It's okay. It's good to be back on the podium. It takes time in the podium actually, but today, yeah, I would say we did what we can do with the team, and we control from early in the beginning, and all of a sudden rain starts, so it's already effect for the race with already some crashes, but in general I would say it's good to be back on the podium and to take second place.
At first I saw you disappointed after the finish line because you just won the win.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, always second place is second. You know, like it's already since tour I don't win yet victory. So yeah, I'm really hungry for to take victory. So that's why I was a bit disappointed to take second place. But actually, it is what it is. In the sprint, in the last 200, 300 meter, nothing changed. So yeah, I would say I need to be actually happy with my second place.
And how did you like this race with this tough sprint?
Yeah, absolutely. I already did 2 races on the weekend. It was actually quite tough, you know. Also the weather is bad. Also, you know, last race was a bit hard. I didn't expect this. So for me, actually, this race was our big objective to take the victory. And yeah, I'm really happy. For a long time since I don't have Serpenti, so it's my first time. So I think, I hope for the next time I'll like.
With that, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well, and let me know down below what you think of Biniam Girmay's chances in 2025. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you around.